Alrighty guys, we're in the garage now. I'm just gonna skip breakfast because I'm so excited to make this video. Like, you guys have no idea. This is like my highlight of my Saturday. Obviously, you guys know we got the dump trailer, we have the utility trailer. But in today's video, essentially what I'm gonna be doing is I'm gonna be getting all of the tools just from around my garage. You can see there's some over there, some here, there's some in the trailers. And basically, I'm gonna bring them all down to my basement garage, set them up so both crews, I can see what tools I need. And then I'm gonna bring you guys with me to go buy some more tools today because I want to get all the tools now. I mean, the landscaping season is right around the corner. Every day counts, and I got a lot going on over the next few months, interviews, school, all that stuff. And since I'm home this weekend, I'm just gonna get this done because why not? I'm excited. Let's do this. Here's the setup down in the basement garage. Also a decent amount of tools down here as well. All the wheelbarrows, some other tools. And then if I go in this other room as well, these are the new still tools that we just bought. And I'm actually, when I go to the store today, I'm gonna return this one and I'm gonna get a bigger blower. All right, so it's actually freezing. So I think I'm gonna go throw some gloves on because I just grabbed just like 2 shovels. My hands turned to ice, so yeah, I'm gonna get some gloves on. While the floor starts to dry, we're gonna go get some food and a good old energy drink. All right, y'all, I got my NZT 48 serial killer. On a real note, this is a really good flavor, but it has some beta alanine in it, so I might get pretty itchy in a minute. All right, guys, so I just got back. Very kind and amazing dad. Laid everything out already for me while I went and got some food. I think I'm just gonna count every single thing. Okay, so as of right now, just to keep things simple, we have 3 wheelbarrows that are actually in use. We have 2 right here, and then we have 1 in this corner right here. So I am for sure going to need another wheelbarrow. Gonna have 2 wheelbarrows per crew. The whole concept that I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have a bigger project crew and then more of a maintenance crew that still will do big projects, but they're more so for just like 3-4 small jobs a day. Whereas like my bigger crew, they will be more on like those mini skid steer jobs. You know, not to say that they won't ever do maintenance stuff similarly. Actually, I lied. We have 4 wheelbarrows. We have another one right here. I just noticed that that top piece is not on right now. So I think I actually need 3 per crew based on how last year went. So gonna need 2 more of those. I have an electric trimmer right here. And then I just bought this gas powered one. I might just bite the bullet and just get 2 of these because it's gonna pay off in the long run. I really want a gas powered one of these, but they are so much. They're like $750. This is perfect. We got 2 weed whips. Blowers we're totally fine with. This one's my weaker blower. I actually got this off a client we did earlier in the year. And then this one I just bought, but I'm gonna exchange it today for a bigger one that is more gas effective. I definitely need more of these types of tools. They kept breaking towards the end of the year. This one's like on its deathbed. I mean, this thing's like falling apart. I'm looking at this right here, having 2 per crew of these shovels, and then very easily 3 per crew for these types of shovels because literally all we do all day is use these pointy shovels, and it's so effective when you have like 3 or 4 of these on a crew for every single person to have in their hand at all times. It's for like beach stuff. We actually did some sand work, so these are great for the sand. Obviously we got the rakes, pitchforks. I just bought this big one in the back. I think it's gonna do a lot more damage, and it's wider, so you can see like how much more mulch you can scoop per thing. This is great for like the mass spread, and then when you take like one of these rakes, flip it upside down and shimmy it, that's when you get that polished look. These are great for picking up brush and mulch as well. I think we only need 2 of these, to be honest, and these break pretty quickly too. Like, they get beat up fast, so I'm not gonna invest in more of these. We had to return and exchange this one like 4 times last summer. And then looking at these tools, the till's good for soil. We don't usually do much with soil that much, but this is the absolute game changer. I was gonna say, I'm gonna make a short form video about this, but I will say right now, the edger is probably the best landscaping tool there is for how much it costs. Not only can you make a bed come to life with a natural edger like this, but at the same time, you can make so much money with these things. We charge $3 a foot for doing natural edge, and that includes us going over twice, weed whipping it, and shoveling. So it's not all just the edgers. I can put some pictures on the screen for you guys to get an example of just like how much of a game changer getting a nice 3 to 4 inch depth edge, real crisp along a bed can look simply just from a tool that costs 40 bucks. All right, y'all. I'm gonna go on my notes app right now and figure out what we need. I just talked with my business partner, and tomorrow we're actually gonna go to Gilroy's to get all the tools since he is busy today. He's got some stuff going on. So I'm just gonna do a count up on my phone. I'll check in with you guys in a second. We'll talk about some numbers, and then I'll pick up the camera tomorrow. This will be like a 2-day video where I'm gonna go with him and actually buy the tools and stuff. 1 half moon landscaping edger. All right, guys, so I just went through everything. I got the notes app right there. Everything's typed up. But right now, I actually real quick want to talk about some numbers with you guys. I have 2 different crews this summer. We're gonna have a maintenance crew, and we're gonna have a big project crew. The big project crew, anything to do with machinery, bigger jobs, consistently. The maintenance crew is more of like 3, 4, 5 small weeding jobs, bush trimming jobs, just those maintenance jobs. And then occasionally when I have like 2 days where we have stacked big projects, I'll throw them on that job as well. With that in mind, there's gonna be different structure, and this could change, but as of right now, my plan is to have a 4-man crew for the big stuff and a 3-man crew for the maintenance stuff. With the bigger crew, obviously the hourly rate is higher because they're doing heavier stuff. Like with rocks, I charge more money. With mulch, I'm charging more money. With those harder things, especially when you get into itemized work with like the edger and stuff, there's more money involved, whereas maintenance is more lower hourly rate, super easy to do stuff. So on average, the estimations are around $4,000 in revenue per day, which is exactly what I want to go for. I mean, this is a 50 to 80K month range. If everything goes perfect, it's an 80K month because we're working 4 days a week, 10 hours a day. If things happen, problems occur, which I'm anticipating is going to happen, that's why I always give myself a buffer, then on average, we should be able to do easily a $50,000 to $60,000 month the very first month we start production. And that is why I'm doing all this early. I want my tools set. I want my hiring system set, my foreman trained. Everyone knows how to run all the tools. Everyone knows how to run production. And then my marketing team comes in. We start running up numbers with that. This doesn't even include lawn care. If you combine both revenues between Scape and Go and Lawn and Go, I could really be looking at a really, really good summer. But in terms of landscaping and what I know for now, because I'm not really that good when it comes to lawns, he's gonna teach me and all that stuff. Things are looking good. 4,000 a day is like the ideal projection. And if our KPI isn't hitting 4,000 a day, then obviously I'm gonna look at bottlenecks. I'm gonna be doing weekly check-ins with my foreman, seeing what crew members aren't doing their task. Like what is the bottleneck to not be able to do that? Because at the end of the day, the jobs and the sales and getting the jobs lined up is not the problem. I'm very confident we'll be fine with that. We're gonna be running organic marketing. We're gonna be running paid ads. We're gonna be doing everything in our power to get jobs. Jobs aren't the hard part. The hard part is actually looking in the systems and making sure that with a trusted foreman, that everything's going smoothly. Obviously, I have the notes out for tomorrow. I have no idea how much this is gonna cost me. We'll figure that out tomorrow. But I've already spent a little over $1,000 on some of these newer tools. Other than that though, guys, I'm gonna make a couple short form videos. Alrighty boys, I probably just spent an hour, made a couple short form content. It is such a good feeling when you just get content done. Once you start making content, it's so funny how your brain just is like a creative upward spiral. You'll just start thinking of more stuff to make. Like I was making only landscaping stuff. And then as you can see too, this looks so goofy. I had the camera plopped up right there to face me, but it's just like, you just think of stuff while you're already making something. And it's just like, that is why it's so powerful too, to hang out with people who are also into making content, because when you guys are just firing ideas at each other, you would be so surprised with the stuff that you can come up with when it comes to content. I think I'm just gonna go for a drive and like detox my brain, have a chill rest of the day, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Deuces. Good morning, vlog. It's a new day on this beautiful Sunday, and now we're here with the Lawn and Go partner. Before we head over to Grambling to get the tools, checking out some rental properties that we're gonna be lawning up this summer.
All right, just text us one. Like all this is grass, and then where that playground is grass, and then this is grass, and then the next is grass as well. The next house over.
The longest part would probably just be someone on a weed whip, just walking around the playset and like these bushes.
Literally, they go all the way down the lake.
What?
All the way down the lake. So it's gonna take a while, honestly.
Yeah, that's a big job.
But basically, if you kill those, we're kind of gonna square them off and trim them down a little bit because he doesn't like when they're that tall. But he wants them all level basically and all squared off. And we're gonna do all the way down to the lake.
We'll be back here in the spring on YouTube. We'll see it.
I think it just looks stupid.
I mean, we just pulled up on the craziest house ever.
The Willy Wonka house.
And then they have a gas station back there. I think they actually used to run that too. You can see the sign and everything back there. All right, guys, we're at Gilroy's. We just spent another band on some tools, and here's what we got. I'm gonna set it all up when we get home, but give you the quick preview. We swapped out the blower for a bigger one. Got a long electric hedger and then another gas-powered hedger. And then I literally just got all the necessity tools. We're about to be dialed in this summer. Q2 ain't ready. Alrighty, boys, we're back home. Super Bowl's in an hour and a half, so we gotta make this quick. I'm moving everything out of my truck, setting it all up right here so I can do the final grand finale to show you guys everything. Stick around, and you'll see it soon. Alrighty, guys, so everything is fully set up and my camera is at 3%. So hopefully my camera doesn't die any second here. But I do want to just show you guys exactly what is behind me, what we bought today before my camera actually dies. So okay, so what I ended up buying today was I actually exchanged this blower. I got the BR600 instead of like the 430 that I originally had. It was literally a $12 difference, and this is so much more fuel efficient and stronger. So it was like the best deal ever. I also got another one of these gas-powered hedgers. I got some loppers and stuff for tree cutting. This is just stuff we've had, you know, just gloves, safety straps, all that good stuff. And then last year we had this hedger from Craftsman, but I decided to buy a still electric one. And a lot of you guys might be like, well, why didn't you just get a gas powered long one? I didn't want to pay $750. And honestly, we don't do crazy amounts of tall stuff. If anything, I'd rather just use my A-frame ladder and just use one of these stronger things on the ladder versus buying a $750 super heavy shoulder breaking hedger that we're gonna only use like maybe once a week or something. But you guys let me know. Let me know if you think it's a good investment to eventually get a gas powered one of these. This I got the last time I went, but we got a still weed whip. We have our Echo one here. All the shovels here for scooping up mulch and brush. I just bought some new axes. You know, some of the stuff is mixed in with old stuff from last year. We got a lot of shovels. We got these two new mulch spreading rakes, shovel planter, some more spade shovels, flat shovel, two more of these rakes. So there's 4 total right here for leaves and stuff and brush. This is really good for spreading mulch as well as just picking up leaves. 2 here. I actually bought a new one. So now I think we have total of 1, 2, 3, 4. If you don't include the beach one, we have 4. And then as you can see, I actually got a decent amount of pitchforks. We have 3 that are actually good. This middle one sucks. That's for hay. I gotta get like 2 more or maybe 3 more of these. No, probably, yeah, 3 more, 2 per crew. But with that said, guys, my camera unfortunately is at 1%.